welcome to Walk Into a Bar, the first episode. We're so glad that you're joining us. And if you have some friends, share this. You might like it. It's just three idiots wandering around. We might give opinions here. They're all just opinions. There are no facts in this. Well, there might be facts, but just don't listen to us all the time, okay? Anyway, we love you. Enjoy this episode. We're so excited to be with you. Let me introduce my two brothers. I'm the youngest. I'm Ben. I'm the preacher. We have Matt, who is the engineer. Will you say hi, Matt?
Hi.
He's a little nervous. He's an engineer.
No,
nerd.
I'm an engineer. You told me to say hi. I followed directions.
That's a problem. Anyway, the next one, Phil, he's our oldest brother. He is a liar in Pierre, South Dakota. Give it up.
Lawyer. Let's not get that mixed up. I'm a lawyer.
I don't think I got anything wrong.
I will sue you.
Whoa!
I have this recorded. So anyway, we want to talk to you about a couple things today, and we are so excited about this because a lot of it has nothing to do with anything. And so the first thing I want to talk about is, one, how did we come up with the name Walk Into a Bar? So Phil, do you have any comments on that?
Yeah. So this one time there was a lawyer, a preacher, and an engineer, and they walked into a bar. And then the rest of the joke happened. It's such a bad joke.
Yeah, that's why
it's definitely the start to a bad joke.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why we've got to do it this way.
You know, and we thought about naming it Three Idiots, and that just fit too perfect. So
we can't have that.
A little close to home.
Yeah,
a little bit
close. So, but we came up with the name because we found our professions, and it just sounds like a terrible joke when we put them all together. So, we want to talk to you about a movie today. Actually, two movies, a comparison. A movie we all grew up with, and then a movie that just recently came out a few years ago, Beauty and the Beast. Three grown men talking about Beauty and the Beast. This should be interesting. So, Matt, why don't you kick us off on that? First of all, what do you love about the original Beauty and the Beast?
Honestly, nowadays, Beauty and the Beast is like pulling teeth. My teeth. I don't like kids movies. The live action one, the animated one. I mean, the one thing that I gotta say is that the animated one was willing to make fun of things like post-traumatic stress syndrome, chauvinistic ideas. Yeah. It's great. It's great, right?
So Matt, I've got to ask you though, because the animated one, the original one, wasn't that one of the first uses of computer animation in an animated film? The ballroom dance scene. The ballroom is computer animated, whereas the rest of it is still hand-drawn. So from a computer engineer's perspective, does that do anything for you?
No, not a thing. Not a thing.
Okay. All right.
And I don't even know if that's factual, what you just said.
I think that's true. And I as I watched them this week with my youngest son and with my wife, one of the things that I did is I kind of stopped and paused, and you can definitely tell that some of the characters and a lot of the stuff is hand-drawn. You can see the multiple lines that they use to draw things. You can see some of the mistakes and things like that. But then if you stop and pause during the ballroom dance scene, you can see that the ballroom itself is just absolutely perfect. It's almost too perfect.
So it looks as though you went out and did your research on the good old Wikipedia, which is the source of the font of all knowledge.
I did not actually do research for this specifically. This is dredged out of the depths of my trivia clogged mind.
It sounds like something that Chancey fed you that is probably accurate.
Yeah, well, my friend Chancey is very smart, and so it wouldn't surprise me.
That's someone we should have as a guest on here sometime when we're talking about
great guest.
Disney movies. That would be a great idea.
He would be a great guest.
So, how did we not think of this when we were planning this?
It's okay.
I don't know.
It's okay. Next time. He is mad about Aladdin. I know this for a fact. When he came and visited, I heard all about
the live action Aladdin. I could only watch the first 30 seconds of, and that was it.
Chancey, if you're watching this, we love you, buddy. So, yeah, I actually got into the movie because I was around that age when, I think out of the three of us, I probably enjoyed the cartoon the most because it came out when I was, that prime age. But new one, I just don't think it does it. Honestly, I watched it the first time. I was like, oh, it's entertaining. That's great. But the second time, as I watched it this week to refresh my memory, there's just so much wrong. I mean, the Beast's face is flat, and I just couldn't get over that. That's ridiculous. The Beast's face should not be flat. The extra songs and the songs they left out just ruined it for me. I just hate that. The ballroom scene, there's just nothing like the original ballroom scene. So
no, I give you that. I got to ask, being the lawyer, I have to ask some questions. So Ben, I ask you this: you don't like the new songs they added in, and you don't like the fact that they kept some of the original songs out. Would it change your mind any knowing that there was a musical, live action musical, that had a lot more songs than either movie?
No, I kind of, honestly, I kind of figured they probably grabbed some of these songs from the live action musical. And I thought that was ridiculous. Like, keep it Disney. Disney's Disney. Keep it Disney.
Sure.
Keep it original. Keep it as close to the original as possible. That's one reason why I enjoyed the Aladdin movie, even though they did the same thing and they edited some things. But the Aladdin movie was a lot better. The live action was a lot better, I thought, than the Beauty and the Beast one. And my original thoughts were very wrong on that. So.
Okay.
But,
interesting.
Yeah. So, sorry?
Well, I was just going to say that the only redeeming factor for the new Beauty and the Beast is Gaston. I mean, he definitely is the only person in that movie that really brings it.
I really thought he was terrible.
Oh, wow.
He was.
So I've got to say, I liked the new one. I didn't like it more than the old one. Given the choice between, if somebody stuck a gun to my head and said, you have to pick between the old Beauty and the Beast and the new Beauty and the Beast, I'm picking the old one. I think it was better. I think it has more spirit and more heart to it. Mm-hmm. But I didn't dislike the new one. I thought Emma Watson was a great choice for Belle from a speaking and visual appearance standpoint.
Yeah.
She's not as strong a singer as the original Disney. I'm not sure who played Belle in the Disney animated series. That person could sing like an angel. And Emma Watson isn't as strong a singer. But I think Luke Evans as Gaston was fantastic. He had the facial structure. He has a great voice, which I was really surprised by. About the only thing he doesn't bring is the animated bulk that Gaston has in the original. Yeah. And that's probably not realistic to see. But I really enjoyed it. I really did. I thought it was a great movie. I thought some of the shtick was a little over the top. And just in a different way than the animated movie was. But all in all, I enjoyed it.
The thing that ruined the most for me was the clock. The clock was terrible in the live action compared to the cartoon. The cartoon was hilarious.
The animation or how Sir Ian McKellen, a.k.a. Gandalf, played it.
Yes. Gandalf was the wrong choice. I'm sorry. I know people are going to hate me for that.
I got to disagree with you, Ben.
Yeah,
I think Gandalf.
I think so.
But between Gandalf and Gaston, they definitely hit it. And Phil, to answer your question about who played Belle in the animated version, it's Paige O'Hara.
Paige O'Hara. Any relation?
No.
So there's a lot of people watching this that don't know who we are. I hope there's a lot of people watching us who don't know who we are. Our mother's maiden name was O'Hara. So,
that's they will watch this many years down the road when we've become extremely famous and conceited and jerks, or no one will watch this.
For the record, I'm a lawyer, so I'm kind of already there. All right.
What was the clock? What was the clock's name again?
In the new one?
Yeah.
The character name?
Character name.
It's Cogsworth.
Cogsworth, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm looking for who played him because, David Ogden Stiers, I just thought he was more of a character.
Sure.
And he was, when you picture a butler, you picture his voice.
Right. Yeah, I get it.
It's just me. So.
Yep, I get it.
I don't want to picture Gandalf in a white beard as a clock.
To be fair, I couldn't tell it was Ian McKellen until they rolled the credits.
There was just something off on his voice, and I can give you
I just
couldn't do it. So I couldn't do it.
I think we've beat that topic enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on to some more pressing issues in our day. Coronavirus in our lives. This is where we should play Days of Our Lives music.
No. We don't want.
I'm from a legal standpoint, I'm going to recommend against that because I don't want to have a cease and desist served on us or to get sued. So
I'm not actually going to play it. I just want to say it.
And if we ever make some cold hard cash from this, we don't want them taking that cold hard cash.
Because we're going to give this to the homeless. Just kidding. Anyway,
as a preacher, you cannot say that, and so now you have to give it to someone.
We're gonna. My wife.
If we're not careful, we're all going to be homeless soon. So.
Right.
Hey, I'm still working. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I'm still working, so I'm probably busier now than I have been in my whole life.
Probably.
So Corona in our lives. Phil, how is this affecting how you can do your work? What's going on in Pierre, South Dakota? How's it affecting South Dakota? How's it affecting your job, your career, your church, everything you're a part of?
So I'm an attorney that works for the state of South Dakota, and I handle consumer protection matters. And what that meant, I thought, when I was dreaming of situations like this before this, was that I was very essential. Turns out I'm unessential. And so I was told to go work from home. And so I'm teleworking, telecommuting, whatever they call it, and trying to take care of my job from home, which has been more than a little complex. So I'm doing that. How it affects the state of South Dakota, we don't have very many people here. We're running about 850, 900,000 people in the whole state. And so we don't have a lot of the issues that bigger states are having. The city I live in, Pierre, South Dakota, is the capital city of the state. And yes, it's Pierre, not Pierre.
Amen.
Right. I don't know why we can't pronounce it right. It's named after some guy named Pierre, but whatever. That's another podcast. Our Walmart has perfectly stocked shelves. I know some of the bigger cities in South Dakota have some trouble with that, but we're doing pretty good. As a general rule, the state of South Dakota doesn't panic about things like this. And that's largely because we're such a rural population. For us to shelter in place or to quarantine or whatever isn't that big a deal. Lots of ranchers, lots of farmers. And so we just kind of hunker down, keep the freezer full of beef that we buy from ranchers and not from the store, and try to stay out of everybody's way. From the work side of it, there's always going to be scams and things like that pop up, and we do our best to try to get word out to people, not participate in those, to avoid those. But generally speaking, the work side of things, my experience here seems to be very much like my colleagues in other states who I communicate with regularly.
Very cool. Hey Matt, how's that coronavirus feeling today?
Well, today was the first day I worked from home. My situation was I have a medical condition that requires that I take a little bit different care of myself. Otherwise, I'd still be at work, still be in the office. What I do is it's been deemed critical to national security, and so I'm continuing to work and push forward. And only when I run out of things I can do from home will that situation change. I just moved to Arizona, so I'm really not sure how Corona has affected this, other than when I was going into work, my drive was real nice and easy. There was no one on the road. So, and it's a 30-minute drive. It's not all that hard, but usually it's bumper to bumper on a 2-lane road. And lately it's been 70 miles an hour. I probably shouldn't say that. It's been at or above speed limit all the way there, and no one in the way, no slow pokes until the snowbird decides to drive right in front of me at 5 mile under the speed limit.
Those snowbirds are probably South Dakotans.
There's South Dakotans, there's Minnesotans, there's they're funny enough, there's Canadians.
Yeah, sure, you betcha. Eh?
Canadian, eh?
Oh, why don't you tell me about Oli and Nina?
Yeah.
So
we
I
can
tell
all
you-
say that because we're from the upper Midwest, and those Ole and Lena jokes are part of our background and our culture.
I can tell you how we came up with our name, eh?
Yeah.
CANADA.
Oh,
Where'd you guys get the rest of the letters, eh?
We're so getting demonetized in Canada.
That's all right. Canada, we love you. That's why we make fun of you.
For the record, Canada, you can keep your winners. That's why I moved away from the north.
You love your winners. You keep them.
They kept their winter this year. We had a really mild winter in South Dakota, and I am so grateful.
Yeah.
Knock on wood.
Yeah. You're still in snow season. You got to be careful.
I still have gas in the snowblower.
It actually snowed 2 days ago here. No. Yes, 2 days ago it snowed, and it stuck, and then it was gone by tomorrow. By yesterday.
Yeah, they're talking about some snow maybe tomorrow night here, so we got to deal with it.
You'll get a dusting.
Yep.
So yeah.
Ben?
Man.
Ben, how does the coronavirus affecting you?
We'll see. No.
That sounds like a dry cough. You just need some water. Put some water on it.
I don't have water right now. No. So, yeah. I mean, just in my career, just where I'm at and in my career, it's definitely created a heavier workload. As a pastor, we canceled all our weekly services because the state was saying, hey, we highly recommend you limit your meetings. We have youth group. We have Wednesday night prayer, which, youth is pretty small, but Wednesday night prayer, we normally run about 20. And then we have our recovery group and then our men's group on Saturdays, recoveries on Thursdays. So if you're in the Lakin area and you need help, no, I'm just kidding. If you have a hurt habit or hang up,
Lakin like bacon?
Lakin like bacon. Change the B, make it an L. Then you got my
Wait, that's making me really hungry. Why did you have to bring that up?
My bad. So anyway, I live in a community of about 2,000, the smallest community out of the three of us, and we find we weren't looking forward to the day, but as of yesterday, we have our first corona patient in our county, possibly our city, and the reality of everything has gotten kind of real. But at the same time, I just know my workload has gotten heavier. I'm at home. I'm on the computer. I'm streaming a lot more content, trying to stay connected with everybody, trying to make new connections, trying to be the peace in a world that's not peaceful, trying to be the calm in the calamity. And so the coronavirus has jacked my life up. And so even though I don't have it, I feel the effects of our nation's fear and our society's fear. Yeah. And so I think the fear has jacked our life up. The virus hasn't. Just be careful. Wash your hands, people. Wash your hands.
Yeah.
Like you take a dump, wash your hands. So, but that's my life. And I work from home completely. I do run to church, and we're in a lockdown right now. So we're not supposed to leave our house for anything other than groceries, gas, and medical. And I just go to church. We've given out free food that has been donated to us. I just go set up the tables outside and say, come get it.
So your church is really being the church out there and helping people who need food.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the other thing. Like, no one took us up on it, but I'm willing to deliver it to your porch. Yeah. So if you need something, let me know, and I will go get it, and I will deliver it to your porch.
I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that delivery to my porch, Ben.
If you're in the Lakin area. So a little small print there. You forgot to read, lawyer. But yeah, I mean,
I looked on Facebook. There was no small print.
Yeah, there was. Said Lakin area on the first post. It still counts. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, we need to be the church. And if we can't be the church, then what are we doing in the business? And it is a business, whether people want to admit it or not. It's also a ministry, and that's the biggest thing. It is ministry first, business second. But if you're not going to be the church, why are you in the business if you're not going to do the ministry part? So,
yep. Good call. Yeah. All right, very good. Yeah, awesome. I think we're seeing the same sorts of things in our church here in Pierre. A little bigger church, but we've shut down for quite a while, and we're going to online services, and trying to be the church to our community in whatever ways we can.
Are you guys doing a children's program in the middle of your service? Or are you live streaming two things?
So yeah, well, we've got we're live streaming our service, but then I don't think it's a live stream. Our children's pastor's putting up this video program a couple of times a week, different episodes of it a couple of times a week for the kids. So,
Okay.
And that's just in its infancy. We're not sure how that's going to work. The live stream we've done one Sunday now.
Yeah. What's really cool is before we streamed our service, Lola and I, we were watching Elevation Church out of North Carolina, and they actually had something for David, my son, the exact same time as the message. And so
nice.
for however long the message was, we had David in one room streaming
nice.
the kids thing, and then we were
That's
streaming
awesome.
church. And so
that's awesome. If a church has the resources to do that, that's a great way to handle things.
Yeah. And what's cool is all my stuff was pre-recorded, but yet it looked live to everybody else. And so people were asking, like,
right.
You went to the church to have service? You went to the church and preached a live message during the lockdown? I'm like, no, guys, I pre-recorded it and I gave it to you live. So,
Matt, is your area in Arizona locked down by government regulation or anything, or is that something that?
No.
Okay.
But I was going to ask you guys, now the church that I'm going to is, it's mainly, I'd say probably 80 to 90% of it is snowbirds, retirees. And looking at the congregation, this coronavirus definitely raised some concerns for the church community down here, as, you know, their health isn't what our health is, and our health isn't what, you know, a 20-year-old's is.
Right.
And so there's definitely some concerns, and they, as soon as the proclamation for gatherings of 50, or not proclamation, but the suggestion. Recommendation, thank you, that groups not exceed 50. They were going to step it down to 2 services. Normally we just do 1. Step down to 2 services and control the attendance that way. And my wife's over here in the background. 3. And then what was it? The next day it came out, oh, wait, no, groups of 10. And then they called everything off.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
At that point it was kind of a bummer. But at the same point in time, looking at the congregation, even if I'm just a carrier for it, I don't want to walk into the service without any symptoms and potentially still carry that in and share it around.
Right.
And so definitely something that was on our radar, a concern for us. We have friends that are significantly older than us, and we care about their health and well-being. But at the same point in time, it's unfortunate that we don't get to hang out with them or see them or whatever. So
yeah, I think we're all kind of experiencing that lack of social gathering and being able to, you know, chat with your coworker or whatever.
Yeah.
Matt, it looks like you got a problem there.
Yeah, it's getting to be kind of low.
It's a great segue into our next segment.
That's right. That's right. Hey,
Matt, what are you drinking there, Matt?
Oh, it's, you know, my second meal.
Your second meal.
So it's just a Guinness drought.
Draft.
No, it says drought.
Is that the one with the nitrogen little
nitrogen ball?
Nitrogen
ball in there.
Nitrogen infused.
Very nice.
For smoothness.
You're supposed to pour that hard.
Oh, trust me, I'm pouring it hard.
No, you tip it straight up and down.
Oh dear.
That's how you're supposed to do it.
Don't criticize the man and how he drinks beer.
No,
sorry.
It says on here, enjoy directly from the bottle.
Yep.
You can, yes.
No, it's a bottle. It's a bottle, Ben.
Enjoy chilled straight from the bottle. Right there.
Good.
You can't see it because of the light, but
Right. I love nitros.
So Guinness is kind of everybody's first introduction to a nitro beer, and it's a great stout. great stout from the motherland. We told you our mother's maiden name was O'Hara. So
Wait, it is?
I'm going to smack you.
Just
I'm just going to, right through the Zoom, I'm going to smack you.
Yeah, Guinness is a great starter beer on dark beers.
Starter?
absolutely
No,
agree with that.
I graduated to that.
Matt's a lightweight.
I wasn't going to say it. Very good.
Rude.
Very
So-
good. Ben, what are you drinking?
You know what, Phil? You know what? I have two, so I'd rather you go.
Cheater.
And let us
Okay.
know, because you're the
All right.
lawyer and yours is sophisticated.
You guys may have noticed that I've got a glass here in my hand, and
It's apple juice.
this is not apple juice. In fact, it is an old fashioned, and it is an old fashioned made with bourbon, unfortunately, because I don't have any rye in the house. I prefer a rye old fashioned, but this is a bourbon old fashioned.
What bourbon?
And this is Jim Beam bourbon, which is, the cheapest decent quality bourbon that was available at my local purveyor of spirits. I think I paid $32 for 1.75 liters of it. Not too bad. I can't complain. And I make them very simple, just a couple of sugar cubes, some bitters, the bourbon, a lemon peel, and a couple of ice cubes. Real simple, kind of original sort of thing. And I've got this very nice, I don't know if you can see, very nice, thick bottomed glass. I think it's actually a Crown Royal glass. It has a crown at the bottom of it. Very nice glass. Just a very simple cocktail.
Very cool. Well, I am drinking a beer from Columbus, Missouri. It is a Haagen-Dazs Mochaccino milkshake porter, and that's the first
Ooh.
one.
Ooh,
it
that
was-
sounds good.
It was, past tense, it was amazing. I'm a very big, you give me a Bud Light and I will pour that down a drain.
Well, Bud Light is water.
Right, because I don't like it at all. It tastes disgusting. It doesn't even taste like water, even though that's what it is. But this was very good. I highly recommend it. This is the second time I've picked up a 6-pack. The first time was only a couple weeks ago, and I thought, wow, that was really good. And the alcohol percentage on this isn't too bad. 6%. It's higher than a normal beer, but you don't drink them. You drink them slower.
Sure.
The other beer I got is actually from Normal Bloomington, Normal, Illinois. It's from Distill Brewery. Phil, you've had a couple of these, I think, when you were here.
I don't think I had that one.
No, you didn't. You didn't have this one. This is the Vertex IPA. It's a Midwest IPA. It's very hoppy. It's citrusy and crisp, is what they say. And I would say, yeah, they're right. I like it. I enjoyed it.
Is that a hazy IPA?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
You had the hazy. The hazy is like a seasonal for them, from what I've seen. But I've been very impressed with Distill, and they're the closest brewery to me, which is about 45 minutes. That's a lie. That's a lie. There's one closer. It's in Peoria, but they don't really sell cans. They're Obed and Isaac's. It's a food place and a small brewery. Really good food, really good brewers. But yeah, this out of the two, I prefer the porter.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on a stout kick lately, so I've been drinking stouts, and
Sure.
I just switched it up this week to a couple IPAs and the porter. So it's good to have when you're locked down.
Yeah.
No, an IPA is never good. No, you got to go with your stouts.
I got to tell you, I generally agree with Matt, though I
Yeah.
did have a friend turn me on to hazy IPAs.
A friend
which
or a
tend to
cousin?
be, the cousin and my brother and this friend kind of all conspired without knowing. Well, the cousin and the brother knew each other. Hazy IPAs, which tend to be just a little less bitter, a little less of that hoppy, really sharp bitterness, and more of the citrus flavor, which is actually, I find, quite pleasant at times.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting kicked out.
It's a great summertime shower beer. If you've ever heard of shower beers, I think this is definitely going to be a go-to this summer when I mow the yard and I come back in and take a shower.
There we go.
My wife
Ben,
thinks I'm crazy. So
Just tell me you don't post those pictures on the internet.
all the
Yeah,
time.
we don't want to see that. Oh dear. Oh dear.
I accidentally got the bad angle. No, I'm just kidding.
So So Matt
No.
said we just got kicked out, but we didn't. It appears that Ben upgraded in the middle of us.
We haven't been going for 40 minutes.
So it just popped up.
We have like 10 more minutes. So.
Oh, fantastic! By the way, I want to mention this is very good for those wondering.
Yeah. What's it taste like? Whiskey and sugar. So.
Tastes like good.
Yeah.
Tastes like good.
So. I keep on saying so, but yeah, so that's what we're going to end with every time is like, what have you been drinking tonight? And we're going to try and have a different beverage. It might be like different coffees or
it won't always be hard.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be hard. Here's the thing, drink responsibly if you drink at all. Which means don't get drunk. That's the simple thing. I had 2. I haven't even had 2. I've been milking these. They're 12 ounces. It's not going to do anything. So drink responsibly. Make sure you stay in if you're going to drink at home. Don't go driving afterwards. And if you do, make sure you have a DD. So
don't drive buzzed.
No buzzing. Yeah, don't drive buzzed. Don't drive. I don't drive when I'm drinking. I let Lola. I let my wife. And if we're out,
let
me
tell you how expensive it is.
Everybody knows how expensive it is anymore.
I would hope so.
Wait, have you made that mistake? Is that
I
what
have not? No.
Personal...
but I have defended. I have defended many who have made that mistake.
Matt, did you hear that? He made the mistake. He's telling from personal things that have happened in his life. I'm just kidding.
We're gonna find a way for me to come through Zoom and just slap you upside down.
And this is how rumors get started.
And anyway, I would pay good money to see that, Phil. If
you would pay good money for that internet, put a donation somewhere. Hit us up. We have ways to donate. Okay,
that's right.
We take cash, check, and credit card. So
no. Keep your credit card money. I don't want your credit card money.
I have ways.
Only if you can pay off the credit card after you pay us. We don't want you to go into debt.
Within 5 to 10 years.
No, stop it. Swear off credit. Swear off credit. Go find Dave Ramsey. Go find him. Follow his stuff. Get rid of credit.
Unless you can pay it off in the 5 to 10 years.
Don't listen to him.
Don't do it. He's full of bad advice.
It's the pastor.
Yeah.
I gotta make a lip. No. It's everybody's thoughts of pastors anyway. I might as well own up to it. No. That's not true.
So, are we finishing there, or do we have a little more time?
No, I mean we have some more time. If there's anything else we want to talk about or make fun of, or there's the Illinois governor who I guess.
We're not going to go into politics. I don't think.
No. Let's stay out of politics. We don't want to ruffle any feathers.
I'm
more concerned about making sure that Ben isn't arrested and taken to the gulag.
Socialist Illinois, yeah, gotcha.
Well, thankfully, I moved out of the People's Republic of Minnesota, the Communist People's Republic of Minnesota. So.
We have a Midland High School reunion.
Well, we'll see if we have a Midland High School reunion.
They might all be gone.
Might get canceled. Who knows?
No, if it doesn't get canceled, are you guys planning on going? Matt, you're probably not, huh?
No, I have no plan on going.
Okay. I will go if it doesn't get canceled, just because I'm, 60 miles away.
Yeah,
I'll make an appearance.
Yeah, I need to take a vacation, and I don't have. I was going to go to Denver this weekend, and that got canceled. I don't know why.
Can't imagine.
No, but I want to take a vacation, and we're thinking about coming up. I need to get a topper from Phil's place that's for my truck. So we are thinking about coming up, but we haven't made up our minds yet. Lola's seen Midland. She's seen South Dakota, and I haven't seen her California roots yet. And so I feel bad for her, but at the same time.
If you came up here, we could do this 2 people in one room.
Yeah.
That might be getting carried away, gentlemen.
You might actually see a fist fight, internet.
That's entirely possible. All right.
I've been working out, so.
I haven't been, because they shut the gyms down.
I work out in my house.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah. So anyway, all right. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. This is the first time. Give us some critiques. We don't mind some bad news. We like it.
Not at all.
You have a lawyer, an engineer, and a pastor. We get it all the time. So we're
That's
used
right.
to it. So anyway, we hope you enjoy it. I hope you had some laughs. I hope you think we're hysterical, honestly. And if we're not, I hope you hated what we have to say and you have a lot to say about it, because we want to hear from you. If you like this video, go ahead and hit subscribe down below. Also, put that thumbs up so you get some we get some credit. And then also, if you want to see our videos on YouTube, hit the notification so that you get that little ding when our videos are uploaded. Hey, have a great day. Enjoy.